PHP.NET is going to show us a wee bit down here. Where's Blowfish? Here it is, Blowfish. He gave the password, which is Rasmus Lerdorf, the guy who created PHP. And then he said $2A. Again, you can use A, X, and Y. He's using a level 7 iteration. And then here's his salted value, which is less than 21 characters. So notice what he did. He gave the $2A Blowfish flag, then the iteration, then a salted value, and then the password was in here, separated by a comma. We're going to do the same thing. Okay, here's my crypt function, and here's the password that the user gave me that I got from my post. I'm cleaning it up with CodeIgniter. And then here's a salted value and flag that we created up here. Okay, and now we actually get the Blowfish encryption. That was it. That's how you do it. Now we move forward, and what I'm going to do next is interesting, which is, well, it's not interesting, but it's important. So I do a string replace, and what I'm doing is I'm taking the salted value and flag, which is here, out of the value that is thrown back at me, because what this does is, let me see if they actually did that here in Blowfish. Here's the result that they throw back from the Blowfish crypt that we called here. And what they did was they threw back the $2A, which was a flag, then the iteration, and then the salt value, and after the salt value is the actual encrypted password. So in my case, I don't want to store this whole thing. I just want the password initially. Okay, so what I do here is I do a string replace. I say look for the string and flag, replace it with blank value, and here's the password that was generated back here. Okay, so string replace just gives me back the password, and I concatenate the salted val back up here that I created and separate it with a semicolon. Now why did I do that? Let me actually show you my passwords here. Users. So here's a list of people that I have already registered, and what I did was I separated the salt from the actual password using a semicolon. A colon, sorry about that. Now I did that because if you look down, I've used a different salt for each single use that I have. I need to store it somewhere, and the database is the best place for it. Now you might think that if a hacker has stolen your passwords, then they get the salted value as well. So how is that a secure thing? It's secure because if you look at this value, it's encrypted. It was encrypted using this salt. But what was my password exactly? You don't know that. The hacker is going to run a brute force method. They're going to run a loop, and they're going to take all the passwords that they have. They're going to guess passwords like hello, Jim, Sally, Mets, New York Knicks. And what they'll do next is they'll put that in a loop, and they'll encrypt that using this salt just to figure out what one password was. And then once they figure that out, they'll stop. Then they'll have to begin all over because the salt for this one is different. That's why it takes them a very long time to figure out all of these. The idea is just to make it as difficult for them as possible. At times they might not be able to guess it at all, which is unlikely. They'll guess it, but you'll at least wake up in time to alert all the people in your community, say, hey, I think we got hacked. So this will buy you a lot of time, and security experts recommend this. So I'm going to jump back to my code, and you'll notice that what I did was string replace, and I got rid of all the junk that I didn't need. Again, if you go to php.net, you'll notice that here's all the stuff I didn't need. I didn't want this $2A iteration level. I only wanted the salt separated by a semicolon and then the password. And I'm doing that next by taking out all the junk, then saying take the password and prefix that with the salted value and a colon. Now I take this password and I save it in my database. Okay, the part from here to here, if you don't understand, it's okay. This is how in CodeIgniter you save your information into the table. Okay, so when it's done, I return the ID or whatever it is. Okay, so this returns true here, and I redirect the user and I give them a success message. So if you go to register and create, so they get this message: the user was created successfully. And if not, then they get this: please try again, you different person. Now this was for the registration process. Now let's say this person is registered and they're trying to log in, which is this part. I give them the login page, and which would be here. They give me their username, they give me the password, and if they give me the correct password, they get this message: hey, it matches. If they don't, and they give me something else, they get this: don't know you, chief. So let's see how this is happening. Here's my login page. The user hits the submit button, and you can ignore this part if you don't know CodeIgniter. This is basically some form validation stuff to make sure the guy didn't just post blank values at me or incorrect values. So now we get to this part. The guy is giving me his username and his password, and what I do next is I call my users table in the database, and I call the method process login. Okay, so here it is, process login. Again, I'm using $2y $. This is, even in Blowfish, there are different levels of Blowfish that you can use. This is the most recent one, which is the one they recommend, and I'm using the same level 0.5. Make sure it's the same level. If you want to, you can store this flag, the crypt flag, in a constant. This way you're not using 5 here and 4 there. That would be a very disastrous situation. So this was a very rough copy, so I kind of left this out here. Now we have the crypt. What I'm doing is I'm going to run a select asterisk from table where the username is the username that this guy has provided. What I'm doing is I need to get the salted value, because each single password has its own different salt. So I run the query, I get the salt for the username that he has provided me, and I have that here now. Okay, so I get the password, I explode it based on the semicolon, because if you remember, where is the database? I separated the salt and the password, the hashed password, with a colon, and I exploded. Now once that I get the password, I explode it based on the colon, and I save it in this variable, user info. Next, I encrypt using the Blowfish algorithm. I can remember 2y level 5. So I do a crypt, put in the password this user has just provided me right now, and here's my crypt, which is up here, which has the flag and the iteration level, and then here's the user info. The user info 0 has a salted value. Okay, the salted value which matches the username this guy has just given me. So now, if you take a look at this, the guy's giving me his username. I put that in the first part, which is his password. I crypt it using this part, and when it's hashed using the Blowfish algorithm, I place it here. Next thing I do is I do a string replace, and I take out the salt, and I just want the password. Okay, so in other words, again, I take out this part, and I just say, just give me the password, because that's what I'm going to match up. Then I move down here, and I say, well, here's the password that this user is giving me, and I want you to match this up with the password that is in the database, which again I use the explode part of it. If it matches up, say it matches. If it doesn't, say don't know you, chief, or whatever you want to do. You can put whatever logic you want in this part of it. So in the gist of things, this is how it's done. The next part, which is kind of important, and which is what is MD5, why is MD5 and SHA abandoned, what are rainbow tables, the hash decryptors, and all this other stuff. I'm going to create another video, post it on the same page as this one. You can actually go to talksonweb.com. Let me just go there right now. Once you get here, you can just go to the PHP portion of it and look for how to safely store passwords. I'll also have this link hopefully in the description, and in the next video we'll go through all these interesting things to find out how exactly are hackers getting into our passwords and what they're doing with it. I'll also show you exactly how they crack this stuff, the links to these particular places. One is crackstation.net. So hope to see you in a bit.